up. You go right beside it, do it again.
Come on, Rick.
So today we put up a cottonwood tree, and it's very symbolic in our Native American hoop and systematic ways of our traditions and lifestyles that we live. Today we specifically dedicated our 6-period time NAC with all the other NAC classes to regroup, to finally set aside time to honor our ways. And back here is our tree. We named him Windy Boy, our little brother, Misu, that's what it means. And today, basically what we're trying to do is find that, that symbolic object to us as Native Americans to represent us here at Lincoln.
It's a long process. I started teaching 16 years ago in this field, in Native American culture and history, and watching what I've seen over the last 16 years and realizing that our Native students need a place. They need a home in our schools. And when the parade happened this year and they were going to have the parade, I thought, wow, we need to put a float in the parade. And I went in and talked to Mr. Grimm, and he said yes. And then I turned it over to these students, and I said, what do you want to do? And they created the idea of starting from the beginning, the origin of the people, and taking it to contemporary, to where we are today. I think one of the things that hits me the hardest is to know that our country is built on the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion and all those wonderful things. And yet in 1883, the Code or Court of Indian Offenses was put into place, and any Native Americans that practiced their religious faith or their religious spiritual beliefs, they were either starved or rations withheld or put in insane asylums or actually killed. And it wasn't until 1978 that American Religious Freedom Act came into play, and then in 1994 it finally got support by an act of Congress. And so today, to have this tree here and have our Native kids out here and say, you know, this is our time. This is our time to bring back everything that's been stolen, everything that has happened, and it's our time to start celebrating what our culture is all about and to show the good things of our culture that historically has been taken away. They're not here to fault or blame anybody. They're here to make a change, and our kids are doing that. And Mr. Grimm is extremely supportive, and Mr. Luchins and our staff are extremely supportive of our kids. We're seeing all kinds of great things happen here. It's just so exciting. I can't even express how exciting it is right now for us here at Lincoln, and I think the other schools are right in step and lock with us too. So I think it's a really good thing.
Talking about the parade, we decided to come up with a theme, and we started with traditions and lifestyle with the Lakotas, the Dakotas and Nakotas. So we wanted to make the creation story, and one of the gifts that the White Buffalo Calf woman gave us was the chanupa, the pipe. But also along with this is very sacred to us, within the center of Wiwangwachipi, which is Sundance. So this represents the sacrifices of 4 days and 4 nights, where dancers who commit themselves and dedicate themselves to pray. So this is a symbolic usage of prayer. For many of years, Natives haven't been represented in the right way, you know, having war bonnets on and representing chiefs, you know, as, you know, men who in their war bonnets, we didn't take into consideration that they were there to protect their families, that they were there praying for their oyate to stay strong, to be fed, to be warm. So we wanted it right in the middle because, you know, the center for us is to recognize that we are all related. And I believe that this spot was really, really perfect and vital for us, because if people come by and see this, they're going to be like, what is that? And then all of a sudden we won't have to be invisible anymore, and we are known. Today's ceremony, usually during Sundance, girls would go pick the tree, or Wichasha Waka, he would go pick the tree, and the girls would have to go with him, and they call them tree girls. So me and my friends, you know, with the Mutakue Oyasin, the oldest girls in the classroom, thought it would be okay for us to go get it but okay for the little ones to watch, because maybe there could be other trees that could be planted here at Lincoln. So what we did was we all, 4 of us walked this way, brought the tree, set it in the middle, and we planted it. And as always, I invited one of our native men to come sing a ceremony song to honor the tree and honor us in a valuable way. You know, to the elders, you know, it's a hard time for the youth, and I just want to say, I know you guys went through things with the traumatizing events of our ancestors and your grandparents, even your parents. I just want to say to the Unchis and Lalas out there, Wopila for continuing to carry these ways down, but also for allowing us to continue these ways, because it is hard living in this urbanized setting, but we are home, and this is home to us too. This is where it starts, education.